H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is? It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's number one urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, sometime Chris Walker, coming to you live from Jackson, Mississippi. I am. Uh, yes, I'm still in Jackson. On the road trip with TSU. Pretty good road trip. You know, we had a heartbreaker the other night against Jackson State. I could have beat them, should have beat them, should have killed them, and we playing around with them people. Let me put my name on the screen so people can know who I am. Hold on. Let me see. How come my name? Oh, okay. I got the wrong thing. Hold up. Y'all ain't somebody usually tell me. Let's see. Let me hit that button. There I go. Okay. But it unique, y'all. Let me tell you something. Uh, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I thank God. Share the show first of all for this opportunity. Let me talk about my starting five first, and thank for all the people who came on when I tested the show last night. Thank you all. That is Moody, all of y'all. But my starting five today is that is Moody, Melvin Dews, Corey Willis, D. Holcomb, Dale Griggs, Jeremy Davis, and my sixth man is Troy Callahan. But I see you, Alex. I see you, Joe Lewis. I see you, Terrence Foley. I see you. Share the show because this finna be bananas today. I got an email that I got to talk about this. Let me tell you something. It's going to be bananas today. Share the show. Tell a friend. Tell another friend. And tell another friend. Text, tag, and tell somebody. Say, look here. You need to get to this Chop Shop. This Chop Shop got something for you. Get to this Chop Shop. And got something for everybody. And it's just some unique, man. Sometimes, y'all know I have this insatiable desire every day. When I come on this show, I'm always trying to figure out, should I talk about what's trending? There's everybody to talk about. Let me go to that right now. Should I'm telling you, every day. Have y'all ever just said, man, these guys do this stuff 4 times a week, 52 weeks a year. Let me look. Let me just go look. So I haven't looked at the headlines. I don't watch the shows in the morning. So, but let me see. They say the Bucks about to sell. Wow, shoot, that's a good one. Lazary is going to sell the Bucks to the Haslams. Wow, the Haslams on the Cleveland Browns. That's the owner that don't nobody in the NFL like. Now they finna bring him over to NBA. Oh, I didn't mean to. Y'all see this trending. I'm just giving y'all this. I'm just looking at it. Then they said the Bears leaning toward moving the top pick. Houston, Alabama remain the top of the poll. All of that stuff trending. Young won't throw at the combine. Bryce Young won't throw at the combine. Other quarterbacks will. What else? Stephen Jones. Dak can lead the Cowboys to. That's the trending stuff. Trending stuff. But I'm on the road with 13, maybe 10, because three of them hurt. That's right. Three of the guys are back home. Didn't make the trip. There's Grayson Carter. Who was that? Isaiah Marin and Chris Craig. They're back home, resting and getting ready. But these young men, college basketball players, let me tell y'all something. Like I said, it's a privilege. It's a privilege to be able to go on the road. It's a privilege to play in college basketball. It's a privilege for me to call these games. I just want to let y'all know I don't take it for granted, man. You know, because I told you, if y'all just don't know, it ain't but 253 college Division I college basketball team, and they got 253, I guess, radio announcers. And guess what? I'm one of them. So I never take it for granted. So I don't want these young kids, when they go off to college, don't take it for granted that you're on a college team, man, enjoy yourself and enjoy what life is giving you, the opportunity, because a lot of kids would love to be in your position. So then I like to go and talk about now. Let me see where I want to start. You know, I got so many places to start, but I got an email today, and I want Doug Jones. Doug Jones, let me know when you're on the feed. It's got a little cold in this room. Let me shut it down just a little bit. Shut it down just a little bit because it's gonna get hot in here. So take off all your clothes. But he said, shout out to Jared Vanderbilt. Good game. Yeah, a pro's supposed to have a good game all the time. I'm not gonna shout out to nobody if I haven't one good game. Man, come on, man. Kendrick Lewis, you might. I mean, you're supposed to. You're a pro. You get paid. About time. You follow me? Yeah, there y'all go. Always giving people participation trophies. If you're in the NBA, man, you're supposed to have a good game. Kendrick Lewis. If you're in the NBA, you're supposed to have a good game. I ain't never come on here telling, man, he had a bad game. 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 You ain't said nothing about all the bad games. About getting traded all over the place. You ain't said nothing about that. So he's supposed to have a good game. I'm not giving it. Barnes or Tillman trying to buy the Commanders. Not sure if you covered it yet. No, I haven't covered, and I'm not going to cover it because Fertitta Bannock and let's own the Rockets, man. You know what I'm saying? Remember I told y'all about sometimes you got to focus. You remember I told y'all about the new year? Sometimes let's focus on the Rockets, man. Let's focus. You know, what's my man Elon Musk? Everybody was Elon Musk. He was focused on Tesla. Tesla had me going by one. Tesla. Then he got to start focusing on SpaceX and Twitter, and lost more money in one day than any other human being ever. Ever. Talking about Elon Musk. But no, I know you're showing love. I'm just telling you, I can't. As you can show the love, I got to do a little bit better than that. Y'all, sometimes we got to focus. And matter of fact, I'm gonna bring my focus. I'm gonna talk about that again this week, cause I know everybody's trying to do this. Tim trying to buy this. Let's focus on the Rockets, the worst fucking team in the league. Let's focus on them. So, shout out to U of H basketball continues to be ranked number one in the nation. Who they beat up on this weekend? They beat up on somebody. I forgot who it was. What's up, Rod Wells? Can I get but I got some. Can I get some whatever the NBA thought Dame Lillard was on when he dropped? He had to take a blood test and a piss test. He had to take every kind of test other day. Whatever he was on, what the man dropped 71. Yo, it's kind of somebody gonna hit 100 points, man, at some point. I'm just watching how easy this man scored. Hey, let me tell y'all something. Hey, do me a favor. What that is moved? Go back and watch all of these 60 and 70 and 60 points. All of them were scored. And I might be wrong, but I'm just thinking about lottery teams who don't care nothing about defense. Go back and look at all these 70s and Donovan Mitchell, who he scored it on. Go back and look at all of these teams. Mindy, Dame went off on us, but we ain't trying to win no basketball game. He was shooting he was going 5 on 0. They started Ty Washington, y'all. Hold up, man. Hold up. See, I didn't want to go here. But since Mindy said something, Ty Washington. They started him. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Hold up. Yeah. Oh, that is Moody sound correct. I did not know I was correct. I'm just, all of these people scoring these outrageous, they always against these lottery ass teams. Hold on. Let me see, y'all. Let me make sure I know. I want to see who started on Houston team, man. I got to get you. I'm going to the box score. I'm going to the box score. See, y'all done got me off TSU. We losing to Jackson State. Oh, we gave that game away. I'm still mad, and I'm still mad. They might put me out this hotel. I'm in Jackson, and I'm still mad. And I didn't tell y'all that. Share the show, because it's about to get crazy in a second. What I was about to tell you, we're still in Jackson. And they wasn't about to stay in no damn Alcorn. So we going to stay in Jackson and drive over to Alcorn. We kept our hotel. This is the first time we ever did this. Usually we move from city to city. I don't care if Porter or nobody, but y'all, Ty Washington started. Jayton Tate, Jason Tate, Kenyon Martin, Jabari Smith. Y'all, Jabari Smith, I see why they didn't pick his ass with that number 1 pick. He ain't that good, man. Oh, he ain't that. Hey, what y'all think? Then look at the guys we brought off the bench. We got one, this dude, Tyree Eason. This dude that missed more layups. They joking about him missing layups. How you a pro? Oh, Lucas was against the Knicks. Well, the Knicks ain't a lottery team. Okay. Thank you, Corey. Thank you. They're not a lottery team. They close, but not a lottery team. No, I'm just kidding. Y'all, I'm just looking, man. I'm just looking here, y'all. Y'all, them Rockets, they going to need more than Wembanyama. They going to need Wembanyama, his mama, and everybody else. But what else? What was that? Let me keep going down the list. But Dame said they had to draw some blood from him, man. Check this out. Share the show, y'all. Check this out.
What was your reaction when you got drug tested?
I mean, honestly, I was like, are y'all serious? Like, I did the urine test yesterday, and then they backed it up with the blood draw tonight after the game. That was actually my first time in my career being tested after a game. And then aside from that, they know that I'm scared of needles. So I know I got a lot of tattoos, but when you're doing the blood draw, it's different than tattoos. But it brought me down from here to the floor all the way until it was done. And then once I finished it, I was like, all right, I got that out the way. So.
Yes. Oh, Sonya, you didn't know they get drug tested? When they do some crazy feats like that? Yeah, Sonya, they get drug tests. It's be random. Yeah, they drug tested Donovan Mitchell when he hit the 71. They drug tested. Oh, yeah, man. They trying to see if you own that other. They don't mind you smoking weed, but they won't see if you own that other stuff. So shout out to Dame Lillard for hitting those 71 points, because that's still hard. But I just wanted to give y'all his thought. I got a question. That's Moody. Y'all share the show now. I'm going to put some symbols up here. And I'm going to put some symbols. Everybody share the show right quick. But I'm going to put some symbols up. And I want to know what y'all think of when y'all see these symbols. Tell me what player, what's the first player comes to mind when you see this? Talk to me. What's the first player comes to your mind when you see that symbol? There you go. Keep going. Keep going, everybody. Keep going. I'm going to talk about that Jay Jackson. Who is that? What kind of drugs would help you score 71? I don't know. Performance enhancing drugs. It will enhance your performance. Performance enhancing drugs, I guess. I don't know the name. Look at my Kelsey talking about Reggie Miller. She don't know about no Reggie Miller. After winning 13 consecutive district titles, it appears BTW is out. Let's see what he said. BTW is our number, has our number to pass. Oh, you talking about Yates? Okay, I got you. I got you. Okay. Hey, Brandon, I just threw that up there, Brandon. Let me keep going. Uh, y'all can keep putting it up. Shout out, y'all. Shout out to I didn't put his picture up there. Hold up, I got to put his picture up there. I can't do it like that. This is my dude. This is my dude. I got to put his picture up there. Y'all gonna have to bear with me because I want our people to know about some of our people. I want our people to know about our people. So y'all give me a second. It's gonna pop up on the screen, and then I'm gonna process it right quick. Watch this. Watch this, man. It ain't gonna take me long. Uh, um, but I want y'all to visualize this guy. I mentioned him before, but I just want to shout out to him. Let me get that off the screen. I want to shout out to this young man. This man just asked me, am I doing the show today? The show is on. Y'all on the show, ain't it? And everybody on the show. He asked me, am I doing the show? Oh, wait a minute. He talking about, yeah, watch this. Come on now, man. Hold up. He must didn't get a notification. I'm on now. Hold up. Some of these people, man, y'all be killing me. But I want to share this with y'all. I want to share this man up here because a lot of y'all probably don't know who he is. I'm going to let you know who he is. That man right there, right? Right there, right? Let me get it bigger though. That's James Jones. That's the head coach at Yale. I think he's been there. I want to say about y'all somebody around 17 years or something like that. But let me shout out to him. I got a chance to meet him. You know, my son played against him twice a year. He was was just a pleasant guy. I didn't know a black coach was at the helm at Yale. Uh, you know, we didn't even give him a chance, and I hate we didn't even give him a shot because we was thinking about Princeton, Columbia, and Cornell. So I didn't even give him a shot. I didn't even know nothing about him. And I don't want no other parent to ever say that they don't know who James Jones is. Congratulations, James Jones, the coach of Yale. He's only the second coach in the Ivy League history to post 200 regular season Ivy victories. Uh, that's Yale. Well, to shout out to him just in case some parent out there didn't know him like I didn't know. I didn't know because I would have gave him a shot. I believe you me, I would have listened to him if I would have known what was going on. Let me go. Let me keep going down. Seniors. I think this all to all your seniors at college. This all your seniors that's remaining in the playoff. It's a message from you. Uh, it's a message for you. Um, it's your senior year. All you seniors. Time for you to be an assistant coach. Coach your team. But your team got to respect you. They don't respect you, you can't coach. Hold your teammates accountable. But you got to be able to be held accountable in order for you to do that. Control your locker room. So you can't be a knucklehead in the locker room. Control your bench. The coaches can't always be enforcers of accountability and rules and standards. As a senior, it's your job too with the coach. So all the seniors coming up next year, mamas and daddies, make sure they get this message, clip this thing out and send them to them. All the up and coming seniors, send this to them. Okay? I should have gave it to you early in the season, but I just got it today. But I got some today and I want to share with y'all. That's why I wanted y'all to share the show. I got a letter. A letter. Email. He said, "Hi, Mr. Hatter. My name is." I'm not gonna call her name because she didn't tell me to call her name. She said, "I'm an avid watcher of this show, all the way from Maryland. I keep trying to tell y'all, it's people all over the country is watching this show. Hey, D. White, all the way from Maryland, right? She said, I want to share a current viral video of Deion Sanders describing a two-parent household and recruiting. Doug Jones, I need you here. I need you up front and center because I want to hear y'all's opinion. I know y'all want to hear my opinion, but sometimes I don't want to skew. I want to hear what y'all got to say first before. I already know what I'm going to say. And she said, it's unfortunate, and it reminded me of you saying on the importance of how we view one another. Now, this is a lady. Thank you. She know who I am. You didn't tell me whether or not I can say your name, so I'm not going to say your name. But I thank you all the way from Maryland, ladies and gentlemen. Houston, Texas. Okay, keep on messing around. All the way from Maryland. Somebody done shared it where she can get it. And she said, she wrote this letter to me. She said, you always remind us of the points on how we view one another. And I just love her for that. I mean, y'all, sometimes, sometimes you just want to hear that people understand this stuff. You know, I got a text this morning. Somebody was telling me about they went to an event and the event was this and the event. And I said, what did that event give you that we haven't been giving you here on this show? And he's watching. He was very vague. He's very vague. What? Nothing. Let me. Oh, Mark Elvis said DMV in the mouth. But let me go in case you don't know what she's talking about. You know I had it already. She just helped me a lot. What Bobby Womack said? He said, Bobby Womack just, oh, what's up? Who was that? The topic right now is Coach Prime. And he said this. He said that, let me just play it so y'all can, I want y'all, we're going to play it a couple of times, but this what was said. But and I'm going to go from there. I'm going to go from there.
Quarterbacks are different.
Yeah.
We want mother, father, dual parent.
Mm-hmm.
We want that kid backs are different.
Yeah.
We want mother, father, dual parent.
Mm-hmm.
We want that kid to be 3, 5 and up because he's got to be smart.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad decisions off the field at all, because he has to be a leader of men. It's so many different attributes in what we look for. Physical, offensive line. My defensive line is totally opposite.
What do you mean?
Single mama. Trying to get it. He's on free lunch. I'm talking about just trying to make it. He trying to rescue mama. Like mama barely made the flight. Quarterbacks are different.
Yeah.
We want mother, father.
I'm gonna play that one more time. I want y'all to hear it. Thank you, Doug. I got your. I'm gonna put it on there, Doug. But I don't have the whole clip. I don't have the whole clip, Doug. I don't have it. So, Doug, you just fill people in on the whole clip. I got the clip, but I can't play too much of somebody's stuff as it's already on YouTube, Doug. Then it's a copyright infringement. So I can't play. All my job is, this is what my job is, Doug, is to give you breadcrumbs so now somebody else can go to YouTube and look up Rich Eisen and Deion Sanders, and you see the whole clip there later. It ain't my job to play. I'm just playing that part right there. I'm gonna play it one more time because these are his words about recruiting.
Quarterbacks are different.
Yeah.
We want mother, father, dual parent. We want that kid to be 3, 5 and up because he's got to be smart. Not bad decisions off the field at all, because he has to be a leader of men. It's so many different attributes in what we look for. Physical, offensive line. My defensive line is totally opposite.
What do you mean?
Single mama. Trying to get it. He's on free lunch. I'm talking about just trying to make it. He trying to rescue mama. Like mama barely made the flight. Quarterbacks.
Okay. Other than Doug, Melvin Dew said that's awful. It's not funny. Miss Holmes, I'm gonna call your name because I don't want. Tracy, I see you. I see you. I got you. I couldn't see it first. I got you. What do y'all think? Tracy said, "Wow." What Mindy? Where is Big Mouth Mindy? Mindy ain't said nothing. Hold up, man. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Y'all tell me Mindy Collins has not said nothing? Nothing? B said, I mean, D, at least D said she's speechless. Let me go there. I think y'all waiting on me. Y'all always wait. Right before that, y'all, and I love you, Doug, because Doug, you're right. I should put a little bit more context to it. I'm just waiting to see if I see any more context. I mean, any more, anybody else comment. Mindy, the way he presented it came across as comical and disrespectful to defensive line. I was wondering when you were going to say something. Hey, y'all, I got my resident. Hey, she keep me in check. So if she going to keep me in check, I need her to keep everybody else in check. I want you to say something about Dion. You always got something to say about me when I say something. I want you to be on Dion too. She said, I don't. I apologize, then, Mindy. Okay, Mindy, you definitely. Hold up. Okay. Opinionated Mindy. Strongly opinionated Mindy. Not loudmouth, y'all. I take that one back. Strongly opinionated Mindy whenever Robert had to say something. That's her right there. See how she come back at me? Y'all see it? Wow. Hey, Doug, is that what? Dale, I didn't say that. I take that back, Dale. Dale, don't you? Dale, you're going to get me in trouble. You're going to get me in trouble, Dale. Dale, I very strongly opinionated Mindy. Thank you, son. You said Dale do me. She's trying to get me in trouble. All right. See, Doug Smith, Ricky Scott said, I heard the interview as well as the backlash. Dion is simply telling it, hold y'all, hold, let me put, okay, like it is, like it T.I. is. They're my words, Ricky Scott. Instead of people taking it as slander, racism, it should be perceived as the fact of life. I'm gonna let y'all. I ain't Ricky. Ricky, I ain't gonna let you off the hook, but I'm gonna let them get you first, Ricky. He stated something that would be taken wrong, but that's his opinion. Okay. Well, if it's his opinion, that don't mean we have to agree with his opinion. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? Just like you agree with it, Ricky Scott, and y'all know I love me some prime. Hold on. Y'all already know I love me some prime. See, what I do, after I hear someone's opinion, I focus on what was said, not who said it. If there's any truth to it, I learn something. Because usually there is. Okay? All right? Let me see what my people saying. Rick, I like that though. Rick, I like it. Rick, I might come back to it because she said, some of the greatest players came from single parents and freelance moms. Absolutely. See, Minnie, instead of you talking to me, you need to be talking about this. Let me see if she have Minnie say. Oh, she said, Brandon, thank you. Brandon, Brandon, you and Dale, y'all leave Minnie alone. He also said he preferred two parents and a high GPA for offensive linemen. Some of this stuff I ain't mad at, Rick. Brandon, you think he was joking? Brandon said it was joking, but I think it was poor taste. We gonna talk about this today. Y'all notice? I just want to hear what y'all got to say first. Let me see. Brandon said, okay, I like that beat. I put you up on Hatter. There are a lot of great quarterbacks that grew up in single parents. Perfect. Yes, absolutely. I just told y'all about CJ Stroud. Absolutely. He was staying in the storage apartment because his mama ran the storage place. Daddy went to jail when he was a young boy. Absolutely. But this is what, hold up. But back to Ricky said, this is just the way Dion recruits. Okay? I agree with him because I understood his context. Okay, what context you understood, Mr. Barnes? Since you agree, what? Tell us about your context. Boy, I wish all of us can be on this thing at the same time. Then I had to mute some of y'all's ass, probably. He said, nah, it's a system that ain't been right and won't ever be right. See, Doug is talking from an insider, Darryl Barnes. I don't know if you ever were these recruits, worked recruits out, and been in their lives, and been to the combine, and been to the Mobile, Alabama, as Doug Smith has. So the reason I made sure, I said, Doug, you got to be on the show today. Because Doug has been around them kids even more so at a younger age than I have. I got them when I thought they were going to be pros. So I took them, Charles Woodson, when he was a college player. I saw his promise, and I went from there. But Doug gets them when they're young. Oh, look, our influences. He said that's his old coach. Think about this. Listen, that's his old coach, Bobby Bowden's old practice. We learn from our coaches. Deion Sanders, Bobby Bowden's coach. Thank you, Doug. Doug, now that's context right there, Doug Smith. I want to hear the context that my man Barnes, he ain't wrote his context down. Coming from the bottom, your motivation is different. Yeah, some people from the bottom, their motivation ain't different. I know some people at the bottom and still at the bottom. I'm gonna repeat that, Doug, Mr. Barnes. I know some people from the bottom and still at the bottom. Let me keep going. So kids from single parent homes can't be leaders. LeBron, yes, I mean, you know, Melvin Dukes, he said that's how he recruits. He learned from Bobby Bowden. I'm trying to thank you, Doug. Doug, I told you why I needed you today. Can't wait to see how he comes back after criticism. No, he don't care. He believed that. That's how he creates. He wants his defensive ends to be nasty. Defensive ends got to be nasty. And maybe he could have had a better choice of words. Check the backgrounds of the best defensive ends in the world. And you'll see. I beg to differ. I represented several of them. The one, y'all remember? The one I went to his house and the dad had already been bought by the other player. He was a defensive end, all-pro defensive end, mama and daddy in a nice house. Darryl Barnes. So defensive ends, and he was an all-pro. So there's no absolutes. Darryl Barnes. Who else? She said he could have phrased it, but he was being prime. Prime has a way with words, so that's no excuse. Thank you, Tressie. This is how they have been picking these positions, y'all. See, Doug, hold up, Doug. See, y'all listening to theory and you remember I just said, take Dion out of it. If somebody else had to say these words, Darryl Barnes, take Dion. Y'all remember what I just said a minute ago? What I just said? Man, I say so many words. What I just said about opinions? I said, what did I say? What did I say? Let me go back. Hey, this is what I said. I know what I said. I know what I said. What you try to do, man, in opinion is you try to listen and just try to see. And Darryl Barnes, you believe in what he said. But there's several people on here don't believe in everything he said. I think he could have worded it different. Texas used these practices today. I totally agree with your comment, Mr. Dews. Mark Edwards. That man knew the stage he was on, though, Mark Edwards. I keep trying to tell you, after I hear someone's opinion, I focus on what was said, not who said it. If there's any truth, then I learn something. Usually there is. You follow me? So, maybe he was raised by Bobby Bowden. Don't we learn from our coaches? What's up, TR? Michael Smith, why you think he wasn't serious? Why you think he wasn't serious? He's the CEO of a college basketball program. Forget this. Listen to me. I'm going to say this one more time. Y'all help me. Okay? What's Willie Sullivan? After hearing someone's opinion, Michael, focus on what was said and not who said it. If it wasn't Dion said, Mike, what would you say it? Mike? If which one of these coaches y'all don't like? Jimbo Fisher had said it, what would you say, Mike? I like that. So when NFL owners said this one hire the next coach, we good with that. He shouldn't have said it. Absolutely. I agree with that. Deion Sanders was flat out wrong for on there with them folks running his mouth like that. But guess what? That's what he do. Let someone else stereotype us and have an issue. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Sullivan. No, hold on, Doug said, hold on. See, I like this. No, it's not. It's been the system. Look at the quarterback from Georgia. Anybody could have been the quarterback for that team. Doug, you being mean. Hold on. What? Oh, I don't want to put that on there. Josephine, that's my sister. And she said, Charles Brooks, man, great man, running back, one of the greatest running backs in Memphis history. Used to be one of my guys I looked up to, friends of my brothers, all my brothers. He passed away. Oh my goodness, I love that man. I got his face. I remember him, man. He was just one of those figures. When he walked in the room, he was just, man, rest in power. They used to call him Yent. Rest in power, Charles Brooks, man. You was a guy, strong man that I looked up to. Let's keep going. I'm going down. Oh, she got me with that. I might have a tear in my eye for a minute, y'all. I'm serious. Trey Phillips said, check this out. I'm gonna get caught up on the things and then I'm gonna give y'all my overall. Okay. She said those questions and intel on players sometimes make a difference in who recruits you. I like that, Trey. Trey, so you don't, in other words, Trey, you don't like it. He said, think about the stiff ass quarterbacks that Florida State's had outside of Charlie Ward. I ain't think about that. Good luck tonight, Coach Smith. Which Coach Smith you talking about? Kevin Allen. What's up, Coach Dean? Hold up, Mindy just said something. Let me see what she said. Hold up. She said the fact that he presented it with who he did makes the stereotype confirmed in their eyes. See, she getting on somebody else outside of me. Hold up. See, Doug, this why I talk to Doug. See, Doug finna give me some. I have a young man who will be a top 20 pick this year, outside linebacker, defensive end, and he came from a two-parent household. Parents are also loaded. He turned down $2 million from 3 top universities. Ooh, I like this. Put this back on the board. The difference is he works harder than most guys without money with 2 parents. So see, that's what Dion should have said. It's no absolutes. But in my research over my time, I feel that the guys that came, that had a little bit more to live, they had it a little bit harder. He could have worded it a lot better. He did. Yeah, let's see. AAU and other coaches don't like dealing with kids. Ooh, man, Melvin Dukes. Hold up. Let me give Melvin Dukes something right here. Where's my clapping stuff at? Melvin, I ain't got all my stuff today, Melvin. Hold on, Melvin. I got to give you a clap. I got to find my clapping information, man, because I'm just on one screen. I got to find it, Melvin, because guess what? I got to clap for you today. Oh, there it is right there. Yeah. Hold on. Melvin Duke, let's get back to you. Where was we at? Where were we at before we... The AAU coaches, AAU and other coaches don't like with dealing with kids with strong fathers either. Mamas, I'm going to magnify that because I've seen that in my life. I've seen, Coach Byron on here. What's up, Coach? I've seen that in my life. I've seen that. These dudes don't like when them daddies, especially strong daddies who know what the hell they talking about. They don't like that. Share the show. Put the thumbs up. Give me some thumbs up because it's finna take a turn. Because I'm gonna share with y'all some stuff. Y'all know I got something for you. Here go Ricky. Said, see, Ricky's talking like Rick. Ricky said, this is the prime effect. He realized he's the center of attention in college football right now, and he's trying to encourage top players to play for this program. I'm gonna let y'all handle Rick on that one. Rick, you've been drinking with Jimmy today. You something else today. His context, what he was repeating, what coaches have told him about himself. Ooh. Coach, that was Dion trying to get his mom out. That was him. Boy, I'm looking on the screen. Man, that Caitlin Clark, did you see that jump shot she hit last night? Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I got to talk about that. Yeah, we talk about that later. Robert Hatter. Hold up, y'all. Robert Hatter. Prime's main word while recruiting at Jackson State was he wanted a dog. I got you. I like that. He wanted a dog. Now at the University of Colorado, he wants a quarterback with a 3-point higher. Quality, leadership qualities. Yeah. 2-parent household. Wow. Yeah, he said that. He said that. Yeah, he said that. Coach Byron Smith, what's up, Coach? Coach, shoot, I don't know if y'all in town. We still in town, Coach. We weren't gonna go all the way down. Hey, Tina. Uh, uh, let me keep going. Let me catch up, cause I'm behind. Chop Shop, one of the frontline editions, diversified journalism. Let's go. Oh, okay, diversified journalism. Oh, I guess that's what you call it. Why do they not want informed daddies involved with their sons? Mark, let me put that on. Mark, you know better, but I'm going to hold that question because we're going to talk about that. Let's finish Dion first. Because they can tell the single mom any damn thing, Mark. Mark. That's why if you go as a football or basketball player and you're a professional and you go trying to negotiate your deal on your own, them GMs and owners love that. They don't want to deal with nobody like me who's a seasoned and as a professional in negotiating contracts like they are. They say, okay, Lamar Jackson, come on. Okay. These guys in summer basketball, they told me, man, he overbearing dad because I'm not going to let him play for that bullshit ass team you got over there. I'm overbearing. One of them in this community going to come to me and say, Robert, you need to let me help you with your recruitment. I said, for what? Well, I mean, this is a guy, y'all would be, okay, sir. I said, looked at him and said, for what? What can you do? I said, if I got to depend on y'all to get my son in college, I'm a bad dad. I'm a bad dad. I ain't gonna lie. I was kind of, I didn't like that. Don't try me. The hell I need you for? To confuse my son? Hell no, man. I'm telling y'all. Let me keep going. Because I got to end up, I got to get back to, let me see if anybody said, well, if I were a single mom, they would. I love this one. Sonya, they'll talk. Man, them dudes are talk. Man, these dudes slick, Sonya. Agents love, that's a lie. See, this one, tell me one agent that don't like the fathers. Tell me one. There. See, when you put stuff up, just tell me one. Just tell me one agent that you know that don't like fathers in dad. And don't like the fathers, right? Just give me one. Just give me one. If you're gonna say something, just give me one, Daryl. Just give me one that you know of that has, because you ain't no agent. So give me one that an agent you know that told you this. Man, you always, agent wants the daddy there. I just don't understand that. Some people just run their mouth. Man, y'all need to start knowing what y'all talking about. If y'all ain't never lived this life, and just be listening to dudes. Dude, no. That's a question you should have asked me. You should have asked the question, do agents like them? Then I could tell you. Y'all got to understand, our agent don't handle the kids' money. I'm going to repeat that. Let me get you. Let me get this answer. An agent do not handle a player's money. Now, some of them try to, and if that player and his mom and them let him handle their money, they a damn fool. Agent is a contract advisor, Daryl Barnes. We advise you on your contract. So it don't matter if I got a daddy, a grandmama, a mom, anybody. It don't matter to an agent. It don't matter. But I will say, if the mama making the decision, I got a 100% success rate when the mama making the decision. 100% success rate. Let me take this over, come right back. Come right back.
I'm Solomon, owner of Solomon and Bryant Wines. I am a proud native Houstonian, and as a result of my upbringing, love for wine, and my determination, I was blessed to start my own wine company. My logo symbolizes unity, strength, and perseverance. Solomon and Bryant encompasses a variety of wines. So go to our website, purchase your choice of wine, and we will deliver it to you anywhere in the country. Choose to be excellent. Make it a lifestyle. SolomonandBryant.com. I'm Solomon.
Yeah, man. You rather daddy be there, Daryl Bond. He said, that's why some guys, especially in NFL, they don't have strong representation when negotiations. John Sean was one of Sean. He's just talking right now. Okay. Doug, some people just talking right now. I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna just go there. I'm gonna just let Darren Barnes just talk right now. He's just talking. Our people perish from lack of knowledge. He said, but I think we are very offended by his statement because he felt, okay, hold on, let me go. It's a long one here. I like the people who coming on, man. I appreciate y'all. Daryl Barnes, even yours, but you off base right now, Doc. I don't feel like wrestling with you right now. I don't. Lonnie said I don't agree with what and how he said it, but I think we are a little offended by a statement. Yes, we are, because we felt he was only talking about black athletes. Mm-hmm. Yes, there are other races that fall under the category too. Other races. Oh, races, not races. Okay, you messed up a little bit, Doctor. You had a typo right there. You had a typo. Of other races that fall under that category also. It just happened to be more of us do. So maybe he was talking about all athletes. You just need the clarity the next time. Okay, Lonnie. Lonnie. I like that. I like that, Lonnie. Y'all hear Lonnie? I can't wait. Mindy ain't said nothing yet. So I got y'all. You know some people. You know how you know people. I had to see right before that. Listen, right before he came into that, share the show. I need some more people talking to me. Y'all ain't nobody said nothing in a while. When Lonnie shut the what y'all scared of Lonnie? Lonnie, check this out, Lonnie. Right before he said that, he said, I want guys that are tough, smart, fast, disciplined, with character. So those guys is coming from the single parents. He wants them to have character. See? That man said he from Florida. Boy, they different in Florida. Yup. People are different. Dion from Florida now. He different now. I'm just telling y'all. He priming y'all. He priming y'all. We priming him, but he from Florida. So right before that, though, he said, I want players that are tough, smart, fast, disciplined, with character. So each of those guys he was talking about. So that came right, that snippet I gave you came right after he said that, right? So all of those guys he described and all of those characters he described, right before, so imagine him saying that, and I'm gonna play it one more time, so I'm gonna give you some context again. He said, I'm looking for guys that are tough, smart, fast, disciplined, with character. Then right after that came this, and this came right after. Hold up.
Yeah.
We want
Remember, tough.
mother, father, dual parent. We want their quarterbacks different.
Yeah.
We want mother, father, dual parent. We want that kid to be 3-5 and up because he's got to be smart. Not bad decisions off the field at all because he has to be a leader of men. It's so many different attributes in what we look for. Physical, offensive line. My defensive line is totally opposite.
What do you mean?
Single mama. Trying to get it. He's on free lunch. I'm talking about just trying to make it. He trying to rescue mama. Like mama barely made the flight. Quarterbacks are different.
Yeah.
We want.
Okay, so y'all follow me? Right before he said that, this is what he said. He said, I want guys that are tough, smart, fast, disciplined, with character. So the guys from the single mother's household is getting free lunch. They're still tough, smart, fast, disciplined, with character. Even the quarterback with the two parents household. Smart, tough, fast, disciplined, with character. So that's why I wanted to hear y'all. I didn't want to give y'all this first. I wanted to hear what you said. That's why you have to watch the snippets. That's why Doug said, Robert, you should play the whole video. But I won't allow y'all the fact that I want y'all to go. He said, yeah, there's a lot of guys in two pairs who are poor. Yes, absolutely. There are. Hold up. Let me see what men. Hold on. Let me see what men said. Hold on. The fact that he talked so proper about the offensive player, then talk down when he refers to the defensive player. No. I like that, Mindy, but he was talking about the defensive player's character. Excuse me, toughness. And the dog, he want them to be tough. And usually, I wouldn't have said it. I want that. If I was a coach, he don't have to come from there, but if he did come from there, I'm not going to not get him because he came from those environments. You follow me? He said, he said, okay, he said out loud, hold on. See, I like to hear, Deion basically said out loud that most head coaches think and feel when recruiting a quarterback from a Power 5 school. Just look at the background of the Power. Let's go. What did he mean by the mother barely making the flight? Now that's when he was a kid. I don't know. Barely making a flight. Probably, I don't know. I didn't even really pay attention to that too much. Because I knew, when I heard it, I wasn't alarmed. Because I know, I know who I'm dealing with. See, when you know who you're dealing with, you don't be surprised. The laugh don't make y'all cringe. Yes. Play the laugh. You talking about the laugh of the guys in the background? Doug? He was speaking on the down low opposed to what he wanted. You know, um, all I can say, all I can say is when I sit there and look, and people call me and they said, Robert, he makes a controversial statement about recruiting players and single parents. I said, yeah, I know. A lot of people call me about it, and he said these. Some people said this is neither funny nor true about our mothers, about men or our others. Excuse me, or our mothers. Everybody want to coach to be honest and straightforward. Um, Honest and straightforward. You're right. People got offended. Yes, words are important, man. Oh, defensive line. I'll forget. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I got you, Doug. Um, Elton. So he was honest. So Elton, it's all right for somebody to just honestly come out and say something about you that's offensive to you, but it's honest. Just cause it's honest don't always mean it need to be said. She said, what about selecting an offensive player for those attributes you have that spoil the mentality? Look at Mindy. She had it again. I told y'all, didn't I tell you? Want to know that because it's not documented, so they floated through the school based on their talent. She said, what about selecting an offensive player for those attributes, but have the same, hold up, Minnie, you can't win out, have the same. Oh, he want offensive linemen that got to be tough like that too. He want, I mean, like I said, man, that man, I don't know what the hell he was thinking about, but somebody told me, Dion ain't the only coach who thinks that way. Y'all said that. These people sending me notes saying it hurts more coming from a black man, just like Miss Holmes mentioned to me. Another disappointing step in our journey. I wouldn't have never said that because I'm never gonna do nothing to hurt nobody. I just can't do it. It just ain't in me. We got to watch. See, y'all got to understand. Dion is caught up in the social structure. I repeat that. Dion is part of the social structure. He caught up in that. He went to Jackson State to get him a job, but he's in the social structure. The governance structure would have told him, man, that's how we see. The social structure is how they see us. The governance structure is how we see each other. See, it's just, he just shouldn't have said it like that. He can mean it. Go recruit like that, but not on Rich Eisen show. Now, if you was on the pivot or on Shannon's show and talk like that, and y'all two talking, I really don't want that to get out on to the masses. But I could have understood it. But going on the Rich Eisen show with all of them folks and the people cackling and crackling in the background, no, player. He said, then somebody said, like some of these, like Elton said, the man said nothing wrong. He spoke to temperament. To sit here and say it's a slight to black kids is ridiculous. As a black man, speak to the issues we have within our own community and why so many of our kids are growing up without both parents. Don't put that issue off on Prime. Just this what people sending me. Karina, hey. Karina said she need to rhyme. She need to whine and get caught up. She said, I had a young man. Hold up, Doug. Karina, here's what we Deion Sanders made some controversial statements about how he recruits. And Doug Smith said, I had a young man from all walks of life get recruited, and it typically doesn't matter where the hell he come from. I like that. And they can play. Yes, Lamar Jackson, perfect example. Single parent, quarterback. So we can sit up here and worry about what Deion said, or we can do some things to help change our community. Forget Dion. They're going to always have them kind of people. They're going to always have them kind of people. They're going to always have them kind of people. Let's see. Somebody else said, thought, they said, Robert, this is a thought experiment. Seriously imagine how it would make you feel if Nick Saban said this. What would be my initial gut reaction? First of all, I didn't like it when Deion said it. So I really, y'all know how I feel about Saban and all them guys. Y'all know what I call, y'all know what I call the SEC. I ain't told y'all the story about the SEC, the slave economic concerns. Yes. And how they've used us to build the SEC. He said, but Lamar don't play at the Power 5 school. He's a great player, but he got passed on by the top school. No, but we talking about his ability as a quarterback. We talking about the quarterback position. Hold on, let's see. Watch this, y'all. Because checker, we're leaving it by the run. All right. So you could just give you I got you, baby. Somebody just sent me a note. Y'all gotta understand, I'm with TSU basketball team, so when that note come through, I got to be prepared to check because we might have to move. We might have to move a certain way. We in Jackson, Mississippi. Did I tell y'all what's going on in Jackson, Mississippi? Wait till I tell y'all about what's going on. Y'all better Google Jackson, Mississippi right now. Didn't like Mike successor have the same thing about a dual pass? I don't know. Doug straightened it up. Doug said Louisville is a Power 5. Now that's right. There's Doug in football. You're absolutely right. Sure, right. Let me see where I was at. Let me see who else said something. Landon said that's what I've been saying as well. He's a great quarterback that was passed over. Couldn't it be because of his? Yeah, nah, it wasn't that one. Yeah, that's a good point though. That's a good point. So then somebody else came back to me and said, so y'all really think if there was a 5-star quarterback raised by a single mom and was interested in Colorado, that Coach Prime would turn him down because he wasn't raised in a 2-family household? Come on, man. He was being facetious. Did somebody send this to me? I'm just giving you some stuff. And then one of my elders who I listened to, he said something different. He said, now y'all gonna know where I get some of this stuff. He said, historically, what Thaddeus Moody, you finna like this one. Historically, plantation colleges and university athletics is a great fit for the brother with that kind of thinking. Keep talking, brother. Invaluable for helping all of us understand what to keep and what to surgically remove when it comes to strengthening HBCU sports culture. Oh my God. Y'all see how I be. All these other comments, y'all done gave me today. He sent me this. That was my last one. He said, let me repeat it again. He said, historically, plantation college and university athletics is a great fit for the brother with that kind of thinking. Keep talking, brother. Talking to Dion. Invaluable for helping all of us understand what to keep and what to surgically remove when it comes to strengthening HBCU sports. other words, we needed you out of HBCU sports anyway. They was mad when you left, but guys, with this kind of thinking, we needed you out of here. Wow. It's my man. It's my man, that boy. It's my man. Hey, he hit it. He hit it. But let me tell y'all. Didn't I tell y'all I was in Jackson, Mississippi? When I telling y'all that? Watch it. Watch that. I'm in Jackson. I love this. A proposed takeover, just the headline, has sparked a battle for power in one of America's blackest big cities. See, they want us over there thinking about prime, and this was going on right where I'm at right now. Let me read it. Volunteers handed out free cases of water, bottled water, in a line of arriving cars last week, a new normal in the state capital that has struggled with the fallout of failing water system. But inside this church, New Jerusalem Church, a parade of pastors and organizers addressing the crowded railed against another threat they describe as dire in this city I am right now, to the city's future. Listen to me. Their state legislator, the Republican lawmakers here, are pushing a takeover of the city of Jackson and disfranchising the local voters. Declared Danielle Holmes, a local activist. She said they are banking on us being quiet. They're banking on us backing down. The T-shaped shirt she wore underscored the political mode of the event. And I'm going to tell you, and the sees mentally that the city leaders said they feel is Jackson against everybody. Everybody. Listen to y'all got to hear these rednecks down here. Y'all got to hear this. I'm still in their city too, yeah. A proposal in Mississippi legislature to reshape Jackson's criminal justice system has erupted into a high-stakes battle between the Republican-dominated state government and the biggest black city in the United States of America over some of the most incendiary flashpoints of American politics. I mean, check this out, y'all. Voting rights, public safety, and race. That's what they're arguing about. The fight comes at a time when the legislature is debating other bills that will also narrows the city's authority, including over the broken water system. See, they holding the money that the government is giving to them. They don't want these people. They want it to be chaos down here. That Biden had already put the money here for Mississippi, Jackson. These clowns holding it up. And around the other country, because you remember, always the legislator what handles where the money is distributed. And the Congress handle money when money is distributed. And around the country, other Republican-controlled states, Texas gonna try this shit, are also clashing. So y'all, this what got me, y'all. This what got me, and I'm gonna leave y'all here. I want y'all to think about this. The Mississippi they got a Mississippi criminal justice bill, which passed the state House of Representatives earlier this month. Guess what? It would create a new and separate court system in the districts that include Jackson's downtown and a third of his residents. The judges and the prosecutors in the district will be appointed by the state officials. So you don't have no local control over your police. in your courtrooms. They encroaching on the power of the local elective judges to hear some of the case. They'll say, well, look, we're gonna take this out. Let's say you arrest one of the good old boys. Well, no, you can't arrest him down there in your jail. We're gonna try him over in our courts. Man, these folks off the chain down in this city, this state, they telling you, we're going to cover downtown. We're going to take over downtown because all the buildings downtown, you know who they own by. We ain't going to let them black folks govern us down here. We going to let our boys govern us up there. The blackest city in the world. You got to be under this black mayor. But some of these guys down here just might not want to be under that black mayor. You got to find a name like that Obama guy. Wow. It's unbelievable, man. It's unfreaking believable the stuff that these people are down here. I got something else. Hold up. Is Jameson Morrow on here? Is Jameson Morrow on here? Look what I got, y'all. I'm going to start it off by saying, so it begins. Will y'all listen to me on this one? I'm just showing y'all what's going on. Y'all, what about the Rockets? I'm finna tell you what's going around your damn life, King Sticks. Where your ass ain't gonna be able to watch the Rockets game. Your ass gonna even be able to see nothing about no Rockets games if this keep happening. White student sues historically black college Howard University for $2 million over racial discrimination. White student at Harvard University Law School is suing the institution for racial discrimination, alleging the school created a hostile environment. Michael Newman is his name, attended Howard Law School, started in the fall semester of 2020 and remained there for just 2 years until he was expelled in September 2022. Now he's seeking $2 million. The man said something. This country's going backwards, man. All this work that Adam Clayton Powell did, all this work that Pauli Murray did, all this work that Chief Justice Marshall, listen to me, y'all. And I'm gonna listen to y'all. I want y'all to hear me one more time. We're gonna talk about some damn basketball, but I need y'all to get this in front of y'all stick ass heads. To all you ignorant ass people who out there telling y'all it don't matter if you don't vote. It don't matter, don't vote. When y'all didn't go vote for that, I ain't saying she great, because I wish we had a better. When y'all didn't go great, the men didn't want to vote for Hillary. When y'all didn't go and y'all went and voted for that damn fool who put 3 Supreme Court justices that, so if any of this stuff that we argue, any of this stuff we argue and take it to the Supreme Court, you know who they are going to side with. I mean, I just want y'all to get this, because some of y'all might not know. I'm just trying to get y'all to understand that's the kind of stuff that we're dealing with, man. So if they ever was to say, look, I'm going to take this to the Supreme Court, we're going to lose. Because of them 3 seats that this dude appointed. And he wasn't there but 4 damn years. And those are lifetime appointments. So they can reverse every damn rule that was out here to help you. But you tell me, I ain't gonna vote. Voting don't matter. I had a vote. Oh, my goodness. Man, I'm a Republican, man. I'm voting for Trump. Y'all, those 3 justice seats, we got to live with that our freaking whole lifetime. Because all of the misinformation, the Russian bots, and all of that stuff, we fell and they targeted our ignorance. Because all they don't know we want to do is know what's what the boy said a second ago. We want to know the Rockets need their ass kicked. That's all we want to know about. The Rockets. Well, I'm not into politics, but politics is into you. What's up? What's up, Paul Miranda? I'm not into politics. They into you. I ain't worried about politics. They worry about you. Unfreaking believable, y'all. Sitting down here, man, I'm scared to go somewhere now. Howard University. Then let a snake up in there. Law school. Because you know black people, oh, everybody just come. Everybody just come. We love all of y'all. Just come. Y'all let a snake in the hen house. Now he finna sue. Now we got to pay for lawyers to fight this case against this dude. Y'all go read it up on. I ain't got time to tell you the whole story. Go read up on the story. Unbelievable, man. Got something else for y'all. Paul. They just don't know. What do y'all think about? What player do you think about when you see this? What's up, Jason? What player? What player do you think about when you see that? What player? I'll wait. I like that. I like that. No, the Bobcats, babe. No. They the Hornets now. Mindy. This the Bobcats. Bobby Fields, that's a good one. Somebody asked me, no, Kimmer played with Charlotte. Kimmer played with Charlotte. I can't stand that Mr. Barnes. Oh, with Grandmama on that team? I don't remember. That's a good one. I got some, y'all. Cause you know it's almost over. I said what player, Melvin dude, had a probably off topic, but did you think the North Shore head football coach leaving for Rice? I didn't know nothing about North Shore coach leaving for Rice. That's Jimmy the Pop. I don't know, Jason Peters. I have no idea. That's a good one though, I guess, for y'all who care. I don't know. Oh, he's gone? Okay. Somebody asked me why Black history. That's a good one, Muggsy Bogues. Somebody asked me something. What's the date? What's the date, y'all? What's the date? Let me see what the date is. I'm gonna find it. It's 27th, right? Somebody asked me why is Black history specifically being targeted right now. Y'all know why? Somebody help me. Somebody help me. They asked me, Robert, why is Black history? That's a good one, Marcus Carey. Why is Black history specifically being targeted right now? Talk to me. I want to see an answer. I'm going to wait. I know y'all putting the stuff on the screen. Somebody asked me a question. Why, King Stick? That's a good one, Okafor. Why? Why? No answers. Okay. Why? It's a why. We know they don't. I'm asking why has it been specifically targeted in the news everywhere? So I'm just going to tell you what I said. I said it's because our history has always been political by definition. Our very presence, check this out, our very presence on these lands is the greatest rebuke to the narrative of American exceptionalism. We give a lie to the lie. Black history is the most convenient of American mythology in a country founded on ideas of liberty. We were enslaved. The greatest democracy in the world violently suppressed democracy against its black citizens for hundreds of years after even slavery ended. These truths are hard. It's easier to marginalize, minimalize, and suppress these truths than deal honestly with them and their modern day consequences. That's why we know these efforts in Florida and Texas and elsewhere have never been about accurate history, but rather the suppressing of it. See, they mess around and be asking me stuff, man. When you ask me something, I'm gonna tell you. Shout out to Darren Fox too. Him and Malik Monk. They had 40 points. Well, Darren had 45 and Monk had 48. Both of them from Kentucky. Both of them playing on the same team. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm watching how these people be negative about Kyrie because of this losing. You know, they 1-3. Somebody tell me when you get in the business of Kyrie, that's what you got to expect. You know, Dallas blew a 27-point lead the other night. Let me tell you something. It wasn't Kyrie damn fault. They blew a 20 point lead. He said, "You have my theory, but I would have to message it to you." But it's similar to how. Yeah, I know. I got you. They asked me my opinion. I just gave it to you. Yeah, you have to send me. If it's long, yeah, don't send it to me. Y'all, I'm sitting there thinking about something. The Rockets. Where my man at? King Sticks. Let me say something about your Rockets right quick. Yeah, I'm toward the end, so I can talk about theirs now. Can I give y'all the scoring explosions versus the Rockets this weekend? This year for this season. Damian Lillard had 71. Luka Doncic had 50. Lauri Markkanen had 49. John Morant had 49. LeBron James had 48. Giannis Antetokounmpo had 44. Anthony Edwards had 44. Trae Young had 44. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had 42. Klay Thompson had 42. Klay Thompson had 41. Devin Booker had 41. Tyler Hero had 41. All of this on the Houston Rockets. They gonna run every last one of them. And management ain't helping. But man, one thing I do like about them, Mindy, they know how to lose. They know how to lose, man. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. They're getting good. They good. They ain't taking a chance. They ain't taking a chance. What else They ain't taking a chance. But tonight, I don't know what y'all doing tonight. Make sure you go and download the KTSU app. Worse than the G League. She said, you know, Salazar. Tonight, TSU, a very important game, man. We got to beat. Hold up, Jimmy. Jimmy's. Did y'all hear Jimmy? I'm trying to see where he at. He hid on me. Jimmy, I got to find you, man. Hold up. Wait a minute. I got to find you, Jimmy. I got to find you, boss. Where you at? Oh, here you are. Here you go. Here you go. I had to find you, man. I couldn't find it. Man, you know, I ain't got all my gear. I'm on the road, so I ain't got all my gear. You was hid behind me. Let me get you in here. I'm going to let you get in here, and you can go to work right quick, because I got something to do right quick. Do your thing. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, you guys make sure you share the show. We get right into one, I guess, the topic of the elephant in the room in regarding to uh, Sunday's grassroots summit that was put on by Rossi Karen and his crew of the BU Sports Group. That was people, been calling and asking me for the last 24 hours, how did it go and whatnot. Osmolan, let me just tell you, it went about as great in regard to the production and the organization as you can be for such a workshop. It served its purpose. Everything was prepared. Uh, all of the guests were there. The lone exception being Kendrick Perkins, who uh, had his flight interrupted from California to Houston. So he Zoomed, Skype, whatever, he beamed in and spoke, and they conducted his conversation. And people got to actually ask him questions through the Zoom feed. So now, the thing is, as most people, everybody in these type of events, you guys know, I personally have I hosted workshop, a parent and coaches workshop back in, I think we started, the first one was in like 2002, and we may have went to 2007 or 2008. So 20 plus years ago, I hosted these workshops. I think the first one was over at Wall Trip High School. Walter Yates Jr. actually was the head coach at Wall Trip when I put the first one on. The workshops, they were free. They were on a Sunday afternoon. And during those days, the college coaches, the kids could not be there. The kids, once again, could not be there because we went up under the rules and the guidelines through the NCAA. They had to come and use that one day as a visit day. So that will always be the last day of the contact period before those coaches would go in and start practicing on that Monday or whatever a couple of weeks later. So that's why I remember the date. It would always be the first Sunday in October. that we did the workshops on. And although we the most of those 5, 6, 7 years that we have had in attendance, what probably was about, I think the most we had was right at 100 people. Still a fraction of the space that was allotted for it. Our average crowd would be about 25 people. So then people were like, okay, then, this concept and excuses would come out. Well, man, people might not value it because it ain't, because it's free. Maybe so. I mean, we'll see. Somebody get out there and they charge for it, and we'll see if more people come. And so Rossi's was a gallant effort. However, that was approximately 20, 25 people in the audience. A far cry from the many of those who've been there. And so it helped me to lead to my brief theory that there's a lot of people out there. The city, like Houston, it needs for most people to remain ignorant of how stuff really goes on. Because the more people remain ignorant, because it's too many whom are capitalizing and benefiting financially off your ignorance. If you became smarter, then you would be better and more informed consumers. If you are more informed consumers, then you realize, or you obtain the knack to ask better questions. You attain the knack to be able to, your antenna gets more fine-tuned to detect bullshit when it's being sold to you. And life becomes a little bit better for those who are more informed. Now, and you, at the same time, it seems now, Haller, that those who become or even attempt to apply and ask those type of questions that you might have learned, you become an outcast. You get that jacket on your back. Why are you asking that? Why are you asking where our dues go? Like, you're asking something that should not be asked as a consumer. You're asked, when I'm saying dues go, mean a lot of programs, they would normally tell the parent, just say for the safe number of 10. You had 10 players on the team, and you have 10, the parent, each family, and the dues might best be for the sake of numbers. Let's say the dues were $100 a month. And all of a sudden, some parents may easily cut that check or that cash app on the first day. Some will have to wait till payday, or maybe to 2 or 3 paydays to get that $100 together. Just using an example. The numbers will fluctuate based on your program. Well, that person that's struggling a little bit to make ends meet, somebody maybe pose the question, where are our dues going? So then now there's no transparency in programs, not all, there's some. And you guys who, guess what? Hit dogs holler. And if the glove don't fit, then quit yourself in this particular conversation. But when those people that ask those questions, they become a problem. Why are you asking that? Man, you get in the way. And like I've told some parents before, this is a 2023 question. A lot of your teams that you pay, a lot of you guys are paying dues. Get this now. Your teams will play in tournaments. Now, those tournaments are already on your schedule, and that program director would guesstimate about what it's going to cost for each one of these tournaments. Let's use the safe math of $400. And if you have 10 people on the team, that means $40 from your $100 per month is going toward that covers that one tournament. Just say if you're playing in 2 tournaments a month, well, that's 40 plus 40 times 10, $400. That means that money from the entry fee is going toward. I mean, your dues are going toward those fees and other things. I'm just using simple math. Well, let's say many teams will often request a multi-team discount. The event director, as myself, may extend multi-team discounts. Let's say they're supposed to play $400. And let's say the guy, Rick Nelson, may let him in his tournament for $200. That's a saving of 50%. And this is a question that's posed out there. Those dues have been factored in. Who should the parent get a rebate?
No. I wouldn't want a rebate back from it as a parent.
That's okay.
As a parent, I'm giving to the pro. If the dues is that dues, if I agree to them dues, I'm agreeing to the dues. I'm not. Let me tell you something, man. I mean, I don't know where you're going with this because you said it's an elephant in the room. I don't know what has happened because I had to walk out of the room. Something happened over the week. What's the elephant? What is an elephant in the room?
But the elephant in the room I just stated earlier was
because I wasn't. You remember I walked out.
Was in regard to Rossi's grassroots summit. People asked how it went. Now, why wasn't the elephant in the room? Why doesn't more people attend these types?
Who was asking? The people that was there?
No, the people
wasn't there.
Well,
how the hell they know who wasn't there then?
Both the people that's there is amazed and look around the room from out of town like, damn, Jim, as popular as basketball is, why is there more people here getting this?
But guess what? What did they give you? What did they give you? Because I didn't know. I don't know. I got a text from one person this morning, but then I got a text from other people, and it seemed to be mixed emotions, Jimmy, about what's going on. So how did we get on the parents? In the dues, so it was a big topic.
That's a question. That's a informed consumer, a parent have a right to ask.
Did they ask it at this event yesterday?
No, I wasn't there the whole while, so I don't know if they asked or not. But
see, that's where you confuse me.
In becoming an informed parent, that's one of maybe 20 questions that you can incorporate.
So for you to say that, so you saying it's some people who got programs out here. I'm trying to be clear that if they charge them dues and they get a discount on the thing, they should give some money back to the parent.
No, the question is, should they? Now, what if that team get in free?
So what?
Hold on. What if they get in free for every event they play in the summer? Which there are some that won't pay. But you're getting in free, and you're not going to pay as a team. As certain teams, they know they're not going to pay, but you still add that cost into your.
But now we worried about other people's money.
But then the people those people that are included in that, those are the people that are worried.
No, you talking about it now, right? So you seem like you saying the event, okay, not the event, so I'm just trying to be clear. Let's say I had a team. So I'm charging to be my time and my influence or whatever I got for my team. This what I'm charging for your son to be in my program. No matter how many deals that I make down the road, that ain't got nothing to do with y'all.
No, some programs will designate or earmark to say this is what this amount is for. This is for our this. This covers that. Some people do that.
I didn't know that. Because guess what, Jimmy? I never forget the one little time I did that. I just gave them fixed their little money. They said, this is how much you pay per month. I didn't ask them. I said, because I know this stuff costs. Some gonna cost, Jimmy. It might not be this trip. Something is going to cost. Jimmy, the reason I keep trying to tell you, I had to pay some of those costs for 3 years. I had to pay it. I didn't have Nike helping me. I had to pay some of those costs for 3 straight years. No, all of the costs for 3 straight years. So I know it's a lot of cost involved in running a team. I ain't asked a parent for a plug nickel. So if you out there and you got a team and you charge it and you charging parents dues and they asking for you to itemize, should they? The question is, I just didn't never ask them people, man, itemize where this money going. Man, think about it. I know wherever y'all got to go, y'all got to do something. They're going to buy them. Whatever y'all got to do, I got to pay something. I'm a damn parent. I got to pay. You got to pay to play. Because some people, unlike you and Rick, some people don't give you no damn discounts. Some people charge you more. So sometimes, Jimmy, I just think all of that comes out in the wash. But if it's some parents, I want to hear from you. Maybe I ain't got the. I want to hear from you, y'all.
So this particular topic
Okay.
came up from watching a parent at an event. I go out to Katy over the weekend.
Okay.
Parent mad about something in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
That want to get this and that. And so now I go and I found out that the team from the event, the team got in on a deep discount.
Okay.
So the parent mad, you got a deep discount about the fees, the entry fees. And so I'm talking amongst us. I'm like, wait a minute. Well, shit. Maybe if your team got in free, why not use some of that surplus to go buy you a couple of parents some armbands? The ones that just reward some of your parents on a particular weekend. There's nothing wrong with that. You're gonna have happy soldiers inside your organization, and maybe one each week. If you got a surplus, keep it in the escrow and give different parents. Hey, look, this week, Mr. and Mrs. Jones,
Jim, you gonna let somebody come and tell you how to run your business?
No. Understand something.
I ain't talking about the parent. You ain't gonna let nobody come and tell you how to run yours.
But so here's the thing:
how we gonna tell Bobby Benjamin how to do the Raptors?
No, that ain't how to do it. That's giving a thought and giving him a thought on how you can make some parents more happy. One weekend, we got each weekend we got a reward surprise after practice. Miss So and So was here, this and that, and helped out. Hey, we got armband for your free weekend armband. We taking care from the program. It's nothing wrong with that to incentivize some parents to be more hands on deck. That's the part of that I'm saying. Now, what the other part is a more informed consumer. That means they have the right, that gives them the liberty and the understanding to make a better choice for which their kid might want to play with.
But Jimmy, what about them ungrateful ass parents I had? Gonna tell you if you catch me playing on my team again, and she never had to pay nothing.
Exactly.
So
just like the ones that you got
dynamic here, man.
The ones that get in free, always, most of the time, there's going to be a problem with them and the referees, with them in security, the ones that get in free.
So you confused me, but you done brought me back because I'm thinking you was finna told. When I walked out of the room, you said the elephant in the room. You was talking about the grassroots thing, and then I said, then you came back. You was talking about how grassroots can. Jimmy, you ain't gonna never. You ain't gonna please every one of these parents.
The elephant in the room. Once again, you just said you missed it. Was an event took place and 20 people showed up. That's the elephant in the room. Why not?
More people show up.
That's always been. And people been understand. The elephant in the room was every year. It's been 15 years since I've had a parent and coaches.
Maybe people don't want it, Jimmy.
And every single year, somebody has tugged me by the coattail. Man, won't you bring it back? Won't you bring it back? And I'm like, man, bring it back. Hey, man.
I got
people just want you to cook food so they can't eat it and say they full. That's all in this city.
Jimmy,
they want you to cook food so they can say they full.
But the customers, if they don't have an appetite for something, they're not gonna come. They don't have an appetite for it. I ain't mad at nobody for not showing up nowhere. We can look around and talk about you from out of town, talking about Jimmy, where the people at? Maybe the people don't have an appetite for that. Maybe the people looked at the flyer. Maybe the people look at the website. Maybe didn't nobody want to pay $100 to get in something.
So here's the thing. Once again, if for those people, various things, for those people who has a degree of ignorance about how the McDonald's teams are selected, and you bring the head of the McDonald's All-American game there, and not just to talk, but to answer your questions.
Jimmy.
So I'm
don't put the top 1% in the world go to the McDonald's.
Okay, but then I had a guy in the damn event ask me, man, why Wesley Yates didn't make it? I said, hell, ask her. On yesterday, why Wesley Yates? Ask her. You asking me? Ask her. Why Wesley Yates didn't make it?
But then if he was there and he still don't know, so the other people, most people, y'all, what I learned, and you know, I did events all over the world. When people don't show up, maybe they just don't. They just don't want to be bothered with your ass.
What?
Maybe the people, you didn't market it right. You can't. I can't get mad. I ain't never said, man, them people. What I just did is took my business elsewhere.
Now, a lot of people in this dealing with this, being experienced in these type of platforms, most parents have to be influenced, like anything, influenced to attend. Just like most people when they go in and pick out a school, a different program or a trainer, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna call somebody. Hey, you ever heard of this guy? You know, and whatever your word might not be the end all be all, but they're gonna ask people, hey, I'm looking for a trainer on this side of town. You ever who you heard? Who you check with? Or you know, I might be checking with with John Doe. Well, okay, John Doe, good people. You know, he all right. He on that side of town. You had to drive for. Or John Doe, hey, make sure you go and kick the tires and check the oil pressure, check the fluids on that car before you hop in.
So maybe that's what happened.
So the thing in regards to what?
That's why people didn't show up. Because somebody kicked the tires and said they ain't gonna go up and see it.
If you kick the tires, you mean from the messenger or from all of the people that's there?
From whoever, somebody said, a lot of people said it's not important for me to be there.
And here's the deal. Once again, but I understand. I've studied this stuff for many years.
So if you studied so much, you tell us what happened then. Since you studied, you tell us what happened.
I'll tell you exactly what happened.
Okay.
A high school aged parent.
Okay.
Right? Those type of workshops are high school age prospect, the parents of that prospect in high school. Mm-hmm. Those things are designed for them. Right? So now, if whatever your grassroots team, first of all, your program, that if you play basketball, everybody's with somebody nowadays. When in the effort for you to solicit or recruit that particular prospect, you had to basically lay your resume, your basketball resume, your program resume, basically on the table, or paint a picture of what you can do to help their son or daughter to get to where they're trying to go. So now, you also in doing so, many of guys out there let people know. I know this many college coaches. I'm plugged in here. I can make a call. I can get your son. He's a Division I player. I know I've been doing this for so many years. I know how it goes. So now, if a program, a high school parent, right? If the grassroots program director goes and tell all his parents, okay, we're not gonna have no trials today, no workouts today. Y'all can go and get the intel from over there. That's basically saying, I don't know enough to help y'all. But after I done told y'all I know it all. I done told y'all I got it all. But for me to tell you to go pay to go get it from over there, then that's a way of allowing you to become empowered. Remember, I said it my first statement was,
So what's wrong with that? If the guy think he
Well,
know it
you asked
all.
what happened. You asked what happened. I'm telling you from my study exactly what happened. So therefore, you're
So
not
you
gonna.
saying everybody, most of Houston, a city with what 5 million people in there. So all the people in the grassroots community said, "Man, y'all don't need to go over there and see that."
No, it's not going to necessarily say that. Some will say that. Yes, absolutely. And then others will just not say nothing at all. So I mean, you're not going to influence your parents to go because your program, if you're 9th, 10th, 11th grade, 15, 16, 17 / 18, you already have people under your umbrella that have collectively that has ties with hundreds of college coaches.
Okay.
Right? So why would you've already had maybe have one guy that might have been a McDonald All-American finalist, a couple of years back. So
Okay.
therefore, why would I need you don't need to get that from over here. You can get it. I got all that. They just trying to go and get and turn and flip your pockets inside out. I can give you this game for free. So, and that's kind of in a nutshell. Once again, a parent is seeking the influence or or motivation to go to something like that because they will wonder what can I get out of it. It's an unknown thought. So for those that and guess what, it doesn't it's neither good or bad. It's no skin off my back. It's one of those things that I was waiting for somebody else to do one for 15 years because time to change. Old school, yeah, that was then, man. You just didn't. They didn't have the social media now. Well, if you got certain young people that's speaking on the panel or that's in there on the stage, and they have a social media following, and they're supposed to be so influential, then why didn't they influence enough people to pack the stands? That's the magic question, like me. So that means certain people, once again,
Say that again. Hold on. Say that again. You lost me.
if
Who?
you got certain people in Houston that's supposed to be powers and influential, I'm the old and they're the new. They're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and everything else probably all day long. If they're going to be there and they want people to come see them there, then why didn't they influence people to come? Why
Well,
didn't they influence
it
what?
just didn't know. I mean, I don't. All I'm saying is, for me, just for me, if somebody don't come up and show up at your stuff, that means that they don't want it. You got to give them something else.
But
You said they tried it 15 years ago, and you gave
no,
it
but
to them for free.
it wasn't. I'm
No, but
saying
you
this
gave it to them
modified.
for free.
Yeah, but the
Somebody
concept
come in
is
there, Jimmy. Let me tell you something. Just the stuff that I've been hearing. Other people said, Robert, why should I pay? They was questioning the fee and how much. So maybe that scared them off.
that's for a portion of the society. Maybe
Some
let
people
me say
got it
something.
and don't want to pay it. These people I
Either
talk to.
that was the reason or the excuse for a portion of people that were
What if
informed.
somebody just didn't want to come to that stuff?
That's another reason or an excuse for another portion of people out there.
They
It's a
just,
reason or an excuse for another portion of people out there. Some people might have to go to work. A reason or an excuse. Some people had tryouts.
you know what I was laughing about? Because when you said, you caught me off guard when you said elephant in the room. It wasn't no elephant in the room with me because I didn't know what had happened. I ain't call you. I ain't call nobody. I got a text this morning. Somebody said they enjoyed the event. You got the text with me. I didn't think none of it no more. So I'm thinking, so I got one satisfied customer. So guess what? I guess if you got one satisfied customer, you good. One person got it out of there. He sent me and you a group text this morning. So I don't understand the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room, just people don't show up for certain things, man.
So
People just don't show up, man. doing this stuff, man. You might do it in grassroots, but it happens in other part of life too, Jimmy. And I done spent all this money and spent all of this, and people still don't show up. That's the risk that you take. It's just the risk you take.
I believe with everything in my right pocket.
Okay.
That I can name three other cities that thing could have been in, and it would have been at least double the amount of people there.
Okay.
It's just so that's what I'm telling you. I said it the first beginning. In the first beginning when I started talking, I said Houston. In Houston, listen. I'm gonna repeat. I'm gonna paraphrase what I said earlier today when I started talking. Mm-hmm. I said in this city, this area.
Okay. I might have missed it.
Albeit now, once again, a talented, fruitful area. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of people that need and want the consumer to remain ignorant of how stuff go. You need ignorance.
Thanks. You've been around, and you've been, Jimmy. I look at this. I think about this. Somebody just put something up in it. Somebody said a truthful answer is everybody doesn't trust everybody on the panel. Could that make me say, man, he on the panel, I'm not coming? So you ain't mentioned that yet.
So if your angst toward that one becomes greater than the sum, then yes. Think about it. If your hatred toward that one is greater than your desire or your fondness of the 9, let's say if it's 10 speakers combined for safe math again, right? Then yeah. But if you're 9, then you don't see that one.
I got a question for you. Only you can answer. You were there, but you say you weren't there the whole time. Mm-hmm. What could you have learned in that panel?
Well, like I said, I was only there for about half of it. So
whatever you was there, what you do, what could you have learned on that panel? What did you learn?
You would have
hold on, no. Let me finish the question. That had already been discussed on the Chop Shop in the history of the Chop Shop. Tell me something that you learned.
The rules for the rules that the McDonald's committee are citing as to why kids that are members or students of the overtime elite, why they didn't get selected for why they're not eligible for the McDonald's game. Mm-hmm. You hear that directly from the horse's mouth.
And why wasn't it?
Terry Lynn used 2 reasons.
What's her name?
Terry Lynn Wooten.
It's the lady that's over that?
Her and her husband. The husband, right? Wooten's son. Right?
Oh, this is still Wooten. Okay.
Yeah. Right. And to his wife, the wife every organization gonna have that woman that running thing. So Terry Lynn is the first line of
just like yours, but keep going.
That's how, if you think all across the board, so Terry Lynn, the first one was, mm-hmm. which is really, really tricky.
Talk to me, man, because I want to hear it.
It's really tricky. The first one was the school must only have 1 varsity team.
That's a new damn rule. That's got to be a new damn rule. Did you ask her the damn question? Did you ask her?
I wasn't. No, the audience. Yeah, I'm on the stage with her. I'm on the stage.
So you couldn't ask her a question because you were on the stage with her?
We on the clock. That was for the time. The questions come from the audience. You follow me? That wasn't. I got a cell phone.
Okay, keep on. Y'all got too many damn rules in that.
No, that's how it goes. We wasn't. One panelist. Think about when you have a panel. The panelists don't ask. They're not in a routine of asking each other.
Jimmy, you might not be in a routine, but guess what? Inquiring minds want to know because guess what? Hold on. The audience might not be intelligent enough to ask that question.
Understand something. This is where the answer came from. Had I just said to you, a guy got up and asked the question, why the hell didn't Randy Dwellingham get invited to the McDonald game? And
But
she had to answer that.
whoa. But didn't nobody come up with ask a question? You said, why was this rule already been in place? So the guy didn't come back with a follow. See, I'm the king of the follow up.
Alan, you got the lady in the with the microphone. You got one question. You gonna ask that question, and then as they answer, and she got to walk over with the mic to the next person they want to ask the question. Alan, so you don't know. It ain't like you standing there. She asked the question, and the lady answering the question. So that's the thing. So that's part one. Part two is they say it was twofold. That any team where some of the players are getting paid, which I get that one.
Yeah, I like that.
They're not eligible. The whole anybody that's on that team, I get that one because that's already been in place.
Okay.
So now with overtime, Damian Wilkins was sitting right next to her. He's over the overtime elite now.
Okay.
Damian Wilkins is the brother of Dominique Wilkins.
I know exactly who he is.
So Damian, when that guy asked the question, Damian looked over in his seat like I've been waiting to ask you this myself. Even though they've been in conversation, he's already spoke with Terry Lee, and they have modified. Basically, overtime elite came out and paid these guys like Bryce Griggs and Tyler Smith them. So now once they graduate once they are no longer in the program, then the rest of these guys are scholarship.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
So basically, in a nutshell, it was obvious in an answer.
I hate to put it like this. They call it. They got to get rid of the poison pill. They call that. It's not the program. You could tell, and I could tell, and then Damian got to talk, and he followed up some stuff and mentioned some stuff and compounded on it. That it's going to be all right for them. If they're still lasting, still standing, it's going to be all right. But right now, they caught into the crossfires, and they didn't realize, like a young man like Dwellingham, who signed with Kentucky, who definitely would possibly have been. But he was at another school at first, though.
Yeah, that Kanye West stuff.
Yeah, but that had one varsity team. Why did they?
I got one like this, Hal. So tell me this: that first one about the varsity teams.
Yeah.
So now, a lot of teams locally
got two teams.
Have more than one varsity team.
Yeah.
They better start renaming their teams. And it is what it is. You better start calling them dudes JV that you calling varsity at multiple. I'm just saying.
Jimmy, Alpha, what are you talking about? He said, "Can we address the elephant?" Is it another one, Alpha?
What's the elephant in the room?
Yeah, that's him. What's your elephant, Alpha?
Yeah.
Jimmy, I'm just trying to figure this thing out because I know some people. Y'all don't understand. I hope y'all know. I have no idea. I'm learning everything from Jimmy right here. I had no idea. I ain't talked about. I talked to one person who's been there about text. I don't know nothing about what happened at this place. I don't know who the speakers. I didn't even know. You just said, what's the boy? Kendrick Perkins didn't show up. I didn't know nothing about nothing. So I'm hearing all of this with y'all. That's why I'm asking questions, Jim. You thinking I don't know all this shit. So when they asked her, tell me what satisfied you when she answered. What you get when she answered?
I mean, it wasn't like she ran from the question. It was like she gave an answer which cited two factual things. Now she didn't say rule number so and so dash so and so. She gave two rules. Now, one of them I think is that about the varsity thing. I think that's some man. New. Teams been having second varsity. Now
that's
that
brand
other
new,
one,
yeah. No, because Oak Hill does.
But
Oak Hill and Mount Vernon have different teams.
They call their teams, and Montverde called one of them a prep. They called remember JVR Francis went to Montverde 3 years ago, and remember. He didn't play on the main team.
Yeah.
He played on the second team. Now, what was that second team called? If that second team was called the varsity, then they had more than one varsity too. You know what I'm saying?
It's a bunch of bull. It's a bunch of bull crap. But keep on going. I always told y'all. So Jimmy, y'all think it's political here? Can you imagine what y'all think? The other stuff, it's political in this area. Think of what's going on with the Wootens and them people. This got to be
Oh
helping.
yeah,
Come on, keep
and
going.
she's playing. Oh, another thing, she like people that like I say, little bit of things that sometimes you could pay to save yourself time.
Okay.
And for a lot of things, yes, it's out there and you probably can research it and maybe find it, but you pay sometimes to get to get your answers from the source quicker. Like somebody asked her um, about the personnel, and she cited that between the boys and the girls, that in the past 3 years or so, 3 to 5 years, that they have replaced an estimated 15 combined members of the selection committee in the past, let's say, 5 years. So that's a lot. But that's men and women, boys and girls combined, though. So that's maybe an average of 8, 7.5 on each side. So those are the things. And also, you ask what other things to learn. Damien Wilkins explained some fundamentals of giving people some ABCs of what overtime elite is and the direction they're going in with the scholarships of the players versus giving them the cash signing and whatnot. That helps them be able to still attend colleges. It retains their college eligibility, which was a game changer, and that was always an elephant in the room for overtime elite. That was good. You had, of course, uh, one of the young ladies that both of her parents were pretty popular in the Houston basketball community. One, and I haven't seen her man in like 15 years or so, and I didn't know it was her until we got up on the stage and she's sitting right there. I'm like, and I thought thinking about, I'm like, wait a minute, this is Grandizak's daughter. This is T. Harvey's niece. She was an All-American, averaged 40 points a game in high school. I mean, WNBA drafted. I mean, and she a model. So, like, and get paid off of, because and she mentioned and spoke, she was very good. Young lady, she was awesome in her speech, and her basically turned into a testimony to where she noted to everyone. Somebody asked her a question. I forgot. The answer was so damn good. I forgot what the question was. And I guess they asked her, can she reflect back on her life and whatnot. And she was like, well, she gave her life to Christ last year. And she was like, she realized that that she couldn't solve everything on her own. This is a young girl who's saying this in her late 20s. And she's like, she gave a spiel on that, and I'm talking about it was warm in that room when hearing her speak on that, and which was awesome. They had another young man that spoke on mental health, and which was very, very, very. That's has always been an elephant in our room, and this was a young man who played pro ball, and he's an expert in mental health. He goes around, speaks all over the country, and it was a lot of intel in helping people to navigate and detect it. I mean, just think about it. That's mental health is serious now. It's no longer. And then when Kendrick Perkins came and spoke at the end, he didn't even get to hear this guy speak. Part of what Kendrick was talking about, he mentioned the mental health component. I think that may be something in, because Kendrick, KP is also promoting his book. He has a new book, so that's something that's inside that book about mental health, which is seriously important right now. It's just one of those things, and that would want to get that out there. And a lot of people, I'm quite sure that they had. And another thing about that event was the fact that they had a full production team, like the same type of production team you see in some of the mega churches. That probably was one of them church production teams. When you got 4 cameras and 3-4 people with the things with the headsets on, and you got the engineer over there and the count and the screen with the countdown. They had the whole shebang in regards to that. So it was a good thing. It's one of those things to start. You got to start somewhere. So now, does he bring it back? Because it's not. It's expensive to bring all these different speakers in, all these different plane flights and hotel rooms and meals and whatnot, per diems and all this stuff. That's expensive. So that's the question: does he bring it back or not? Or you give yourself, and that's what I do, like give him a pat on the back for trying, and so he provided the opportunity, got it out of his system. Or it's still just a start, and it may, because all events like that, if you are able to get sponsors, then it helps with expenses. So that was the thing on that. So I want to get you guys. I'm looking at some of the comments on social media, and honestly crazy. I'm reading some of the stuff. Mike Jordan says sports psychologists are a good addition for athletic programs. Yeah. And Jeremy Cunningham, you mentioned about the Mudverde, post-grad, gold varsity, purple varsity, white varsity. So that's more than one varsity team. That's why now she didn't elaborate. You guys that concerned, remind me, I asked Terry Lynn, can she elaborate on those varsity, that definition of the varsity teams? Because that was something I think, maybe she didn't fine tune it or elaborate enough on it. Paul Miranda, did Paul Biancardi come? Yes, Paul Biancardi came. He spoke. He got to talk. Paul Biancardi broke down on how he does rankings. Let me see. Let me see what I got. Paul Biancardi. He they asked him when does he start evaluating prospects? And Paul says he doesn't start evaluating prospects until after their 9th grade year. After the 9th grade year. They asked Paul what's the first thing that he uses, that he looks at when evaluating. He said physical ability is first, and then the skill set. Those are the first 2 things that he looks at. Somebody asked him, like a human question: Do you feel pressure on getting it right? Because ESPN is the measuring stick, whether you like it or not, of all of the national rankings portals. Paul was like, he don't have no pressure at all on getting it right. No pressure at all, because he defined it as, because some kids may be late bloomers. Some kids, some kids get better later on. So 2-3 years into college, and you coming back and saying they had me ranked low. And then some kids it's just one of those things, man. When those guys come see you, if that guy comes see you on Sunday, finally after you had a hell of a weekend at an event, and they might have been on the other court, and he finally comes see you on Sunday, and you done scored 35, 30, 28. Now this game, some semifinals on Sunday morning, he see you, and you end up with 7 points, 4 rebounds. And he gonna go what he saw. That's how the things, like, these guys see you. It's almost like you're performing on Star Search, on American Idol. You better be able to sing at that moment and hope that the right song is available for you, the right opportunity. And that's the thing in regarding that. He gave some advice to a lot of parents. He said, you guys, dominating performances is one thing. I like when he mentioned that. Paul Biancardi say, everybody has good games. All players are good, but dominating performances, track those, put those in a spreadsheet, date against whom, dominating performances, not just a good game, but they don't throw them out the window, but when you're talking about on a national level, dominating performances. mentioned he didn't leave the coaches out of it. He used the 3 C's that the society can use more of. That's from the coaches. He can use you to care more, communicate more, and to connect more with these kids of today. And one of the last thing I think Paul left with was a comparison, was a advice about comparisons. He's like, it's great to compete, but bad to compare. The comparison game is a recipe for unhappiness. When you start comparing the kids, it's a recipe for unhappiness. And it's hard, it's easier said than done, but those are some of the things that Paul B. Cardi talked about. They had a couple other gentlemen came up there and talked about name, image, likeness stuff, and you know, and taxes that goes into it and stuff. And that's one of the omens now. And just want to get that out there. But anyway, that's enough. We'll for more of this stuff, y'all, get with Ross and Karen or email. Probably they're gonna probably produce a video and own it and have for people that watch it online. And so Melvin Duke said, "What's the news on North Shore coach leaving for Rice?" I thought there was the Katie's high school football coach who's leaving for a football job, an assistant coaching job at Rice. That's what I thought. Anybody can confirm that? I thought it was the Katie football coach. I think. I'm looking to see. and so I'm just reading some of the quotes on there. But anyway, that's pretty much in a nutshell. Lastly, there's one high school game going around the area. The playoffs start today. The quarterfinals start today. There's only one game in Greater Houston, and that is Seven Lakes at Stratford. I give a good preview of that game in the VIP news on rcssports.com. Okay, it's Coach K. So that is the North Shore coach in. Coach that is didn't so he used to be at what? At he used to be at Katy. That hurts. That's a big blow. That's a big blow for North Shore. I'm looking at my messages. Yeah. And so, wow, that's a big blow for North Shore, man. But at the same time, I mean, Kay has only been the head coach for a few years. They just have to get the right guy in there that knows that system and that people in that community can believe in and keep it rolling. Now the question is, will North Shore go to a black head coach? Will North Shore go to a black head coach? The East Side, that school is predominantly minority. It has close to 5,000 students. Great great football footprint all through the little leagues and the middle schools and whatnot. So we'll see how that goes. I'm reading some of the comments, but anyway, let's get on. We're gonna slide down Dino's back and yabba dabba do this thing. I'm gonna ask you guys to share the show on your way out of the door. Good convo in regards to that, and it's one of those things that doesn't. I mean, just because you did not or were not able to attend a particular workshop, still didn't stop you, prevent or restrict you from getting smarter and educating yourselves in some fashion on a lot of things that you are faced with in this community. A lot of people there's some people out there, as you guys know, will shoot it straight and try their best to tell you the truth, but too much of the truth will turn into what some people identify as dream crushing. You're gonna try to crush somebody's dreams. So a lot of people just don't tell you nothing at all. The vast majority, they just pull on back out the driveway, and just because they know if you knew the truth, it would not inspire you or your son or your daughter to push forward in this stuff. But just be smarter. Be smarter, and you'll figure it out eventually. Either you're gonna use this stuff as a tool, or eventually it will probably likely use you. Depending on which side of the fence or which side of the road you chose to walk on different streets. So that's it right there. We appreciate it, guys. We're gonna get up out of here, and TSU better win this damn game tonight. I know that.
I had to change on you, Jimmy, because I got to get out of here soon as we get off the show.
Yeah, we finna get off right now in 12 seconds. But y'all better win this game tonight. That's for sure.
Yeah. KTSU. We got to win tonight. Jimmy, sad thing that I ain't playing. If I was playing, then I can really, really help you. All I can do is call and tell you what happened.
Remember, I told you before, like I said, the truth sometimes, certain players, when no matter what, a lot of these players were Division I transfers. And you can look at them. If you've seen them play multiple times, you could tell that some of them kids, you can put their brain in a bird, they'll fly backwards.
No, not the kids on this team.
Some of them in some games. You must, and some of those kids. Remember, that's me saying that. That ain't you saying.
No, but I'm just saying. I'm just telling you.
Some of those, so you mean to tell me as many times on the radio that you said why they got to play smarter? We got to play smarter. That means you're not playing smart.
No. That just mean they just that don't mean they just you got to play smart. I said it about anything.
But no, often several games you've made that sight. On various players, man, what is he thinking?
Yes.
All you gotta do it. So that means
Jimmy, I've said that about myself sometime when I'm playing. I said that about my son a million times. That don't mean the man, he just make a bad basketball play. Sometimes when the game is going so fast like that, you're gonna make mistakes. Just get back on the other end and make it up. That's all I say. You're gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna put it like this, Jimmy. It's some millionaires was up 27 points last night and came back and got their head tore off. So guess what? It happens. Kyrie Irving and Luka, all-stars, two of them, was on the all-star team, and they was down. They was up 27 points on some old-ass men, LeBron James, and guess what? So I can't call them. I mean, they can't put their birds in their head and what brains in a bird here fly backwards. They just made bad basketball plays. That don't mean you're bad. That's all. Jimmy, when you playing Division I basketball, you can play. So I ain't letting nobody talk about my boy. Don't listen to me what I'm saying on the radio. Just watch the Wait a minute. Don't take it literally. Take it figuratively, not literally. All right. Look at him. He talking about, okay, I'm gonna make sure I don't say that ever again. Because you're going to hold me to it. But I'm out of here, y'all. They waiting on me downstairs.
Yeah, we got to get up out of here, man. Y'all share the show anywhere to go. Chop, we up out of here.
Nah, man. You messing Marvin, man.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, we live.